Hello, today I'm going to show you how to make baguettes with my own unique way of shaping and baking them, so you don't need to have a special baguette baking pan. They don't take a lot of work, but they do take some time because I don't use a lot of yeast in this recipe. But they come out very delicious. They have a crispy golden crust and they're nice and airy and light. The recipe makes 2 loaves. So let's begin. We start with some water in a bowl. Then we add yeast, salt, and give those a stir. You want it all to dissolve. Now it's time to add flour. This is all-purpose flour. You could use bread flour if you preferred. Then you want to stir all of the ingredients together until the flour is evenly moistened. The next step will be to just let it rest for 15 minutes. We're autolyzing. That's the process where we allow the gluten to really activate and start to build. And after the 15 minutes, knead the dough to make it elastic and to build good dough strength. You want the baguettes to be able to hold their shape. So you just use the dome and you're kind of smearing it against the bowl, turning as you work. And the baguettes will have a good shape because you're really stretching and aligning the gluten. Do it about 12 times and then scrape the dough to the center of the bowl. So we're going to cover it and let it proof at least 2 hours. We didn't use a lot of yeast, so it needs some time. And you can also leave it longer if you have other things to do and you'd want to leave it. We're going to shape the dough in between boxes on parchment paper so that they will hold a pretty good shape. So take your dough, it's big and bubbly at this point, and put flour on the surface and scrape the dough out of the bowl onto the flour. Put some flour on your hands too. Now this recipe makes 2 baguettes. So divide the dough in half. It doesn't have to be exact. You can if you want to, but they should be close to the same size so that they cook evenly. Then take one of the pieces and flatten it out. You're aiming to make a rectangle about 10 or so inches long. And then you're going to fold the sides over and just roll it, and as you're rolling it, stretch it out to its length of about 12 to 14 inches. And then put it aside to rest and repeat the same motions with the other dough. Just flatten it out and roll it. There you have the dough. Now bring over this cookie sheet with the boxes and place one of the baguettes between 2 of the boxes and just slide the paper and roll the dough so you have enough for the other side. Put in the other baguette and adjust the paper and then turn the dough so that the seam side is down. And there you have it. You just let this proof for probably about an hour and a half. The dough should actually rise above the boxes, and then you'll know it's ready. Next, we're going to give the baguettes a very crispy crust by basting them with some water. Just take a pastry brush with some water and just generously smear it on. Do both loaves. Now we want to make 4 slashes in each baguette. Then we're going to remove the side boxes so that we can put some water onto the sides of the baguettes. And just take your pastry brush again and brush the sides and just get some water on there because the crispiness of the French bread is one of the things we really like about it. So just keep it on. Remove the center box, and now it's ready to be put into the oven and baked. We bake it at 450 for about 30 minutes until it's very golden brown. And voila! Our delicious crispy French bread is done. Thanks for watching, and check back again for more great recipes.